Science fiction has long been a testing ground for bold ideas about technology, society, and the future. Many writers sketched images that later found echoes in real laboratories and engineering projects. Jules Verne imagined crude undersea travel in 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. His detailed depiction of a self-contained submersible inspired inventors in the 19th century to push the boundaries of underwater engineering. Modern submarines owe part of their public image and early momentum to his vivid scenario. Herbert Wells wrote about weapons powered by atomic processes in The World Set Free decades before nuclear fission became a reality. Wells framed ethical and political questions about mass destruction that shaped public debate once atomic science advanced. Karel Capek introduced the word robot in his play R.U.R. The term captured the idea of manufactured workers used in production. Today, industrial automation and robotic systems perform many tasks that Capek imagined, and his vocabulary entered engineering and policy conversations. Arthur Clarke proposed the concept of geostationary communication satellites in a technical essay in 1945. That proposal laid out a practical architecture for relays that orbit the planet and support global communication. Clarke later described devices that resemble modern tablets and flat screens in his fiction and essays. Ivan Yefremov examined large-scale space travel, complex scientific institutions, and social systems in novels such as Andromeda. His work helped shape the imaginative context for Soviet space thinking. Arkady and Boris Strugatsky explored future medicine, ecological management, and social technologies in books such as Roadside Picnic and Hard to Be a God. Their stories asked how societies might organize knowledge and handle new tools, which influenced a generation of readers and researchers in Eastern Europe and beyond. Alexander Belyayev wrote early medical science fiction such as Professor Dowell's Head, which dealt with experiments on bodies and organs and anticipated ethical debates in biomedicine. Stanislaw Lem raised deep questions about intelligence interpretation and the limits of simulation in works like Solaris. His philosophical exploration of machine thought and human understanding resonates with current debates in artificial intelligence and cognitive science. Lou Cixin brought large-scale astrophysical thought experiments to wide audiences in works such as The Three-Body Problem. His focus on complex systems, long-term projects, and the social consequences of scientific progress has spurred wider interest in basic research and in public conversation about space and physics. Isaac Asimov imagined intelligent machines and laws for their behavior, which influenced early thinking about robotics and governance. Philip Dick examined identity perception and the interface between human and machine in ways that anticipated biometric systems and questions around synthetic agents. These examples show that authors from many traditions helped name and shape technological possibilities. They did not build devices and workshops, but they created frameworks of images, questions, and warnings that engineers and ethicists later addressed. Reading these books today reveals how imagination can guide inquiry and how fiction often arrives before experiment. When lab reports mention ideas that once lived in novels, it is a reminder that cultural imagination and scientific work move in conversation with each other.